Hello and welcome to this Minecraft Let's Play from the Lionheart server. I hope you're alright, guys. I hope you're alright. This tree, what we did last time, is really actually good. I like it. It's a really good start of something. And I still haven't found the block I need for this. So I'm gonna have to go and ask Ike. But that's okay, guys, because today, I don't know if you remember, but last time we got a request from AZBadfish to pimp his castle, basically. And so I've decided, or I've made an appointment with AC, and we're gonna meet up at his place and see what we can do with his castle. Yeah, so this is what we're gonna do today: pimp my castle. So AZBadfish.
Vidargavia.
How do you do?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good, man. You've contacted my business about this place.
Indeed, I have. It's not really coming along as fast as I'd like, and I'm kind of ready to move on to other things. But I'm a completionist, sort of.
All right. Yeah.
And I really want to finish this before I start on another big project.
Okay. Yeah. Or you want to get it to some sort of state that you're happy with anyway, right?
Right.
Because builds aren't really finished ever. Maybe. I don't know.
That's true.
So I gotta ask though, what's with the hole here?
Well, if there's a sign, I don't know if maybe you can't read English because you're Swedish.
I mean I am Swedish. I can read it fine, but I don't understand. How is this an elytra launcher?
Well, when you've got an elytra on and you're on a ladder, if you hit space, you start falling.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it works. If I had my rockets ready, you just hit space. Well, and you gotta be looking straight up though.
I gotta try this thing. So you hit space. Oh, ow.
Yeah.
Well, I've just checked the walls. The construction is solid.
Yeah. These purple blocks aren't to be messed around with, I suppose.
No, they're not. So okay, so that I like this because I'm having problems with my elytra for sure.
Yeah, sometimes the server's nice to me. Most of the times, it's not.
Yeah. No, it's all Nina's fault, man.
Yeah, totally. All her crazy redstone contraptions all the time.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with Ike's village.
No, not at all.
I think he has amassed more redstone there than anybody I've ever seen. To be honest. Anyway, so it's not coming along. So what is it you want to do with it? What's the functions you want to have in this place?
Well, and that is part of the problem. See, I'm used to kind of a play style where, I don't do a whole lot of like actual building. I do more of like farms and stuff. And since we kind of started late on the server, most of that stuff's already been done.
Yes.
And plus, we're going to be doing our farms, I guess, in the shared space.
Yeah.
So there's not really much of a function to this other than to look cool.
Aha. Okay. So, and are you happy with what you got so far?
I think so. You mentioned in your last video that you weren't a big fan of the spruce.
Yeah.
I am not that big of a fan of the spruce either.
Right.
But we tried all the other types of wood, and this was the one that looked the best. It's really hard to match up with the purple. I suppose I could have done more birch, but I'm using it in the floors, and I didn't want to also use it in the roofs and stuff.
No, it doesn't have to be wood, of course, but then you're limiting yourself to rather a few blocks that have slabs and stairs, right?
Right.
But okay, so that's one thing. So what do you think of the walls and stuff like that? Because, see, the reason I'm asking is, if I had built this, which, by the way, I think it looks awesome, because I would never have had the idea to build out of this block. Not something this massive. it's just really cool. And when you said about it first, I was like, oh my god, it's gonna look ridiculous. But actually, because it's so big, it doesn't. You know, it just, when you're standing around down there, it just looks like it should do. Because you realize, okay, this is a shell keep. I'm in the middle, and yeah, you don't even think about the fact that it's purple.
Yeah, I like it. My original plan, and you're one of the few people who actually saw screenshots of my creative thing that I had been working on since before we even joined this server.
Yeah.
And the original design was square, and
Yeah.
all of the walls were like 4 thick, and I managed to only get that in the entranceway.
Yeah.
So I always planned on making the walls a bit thicker so I could maybe do some sort of
depth thing
with them. Yeah. But then I saw your video about building shell keeps, and I was like, I could do that. If I could make it a little bit bigger, and then we could see what we could do with it. And it turns out that's going to be pretty hard to do, I think. So I guess I'm not. I like them okay. Of course I had originally planned on doing some variation and stuff with maybe some pillar blocks and whatnot, but yeah, I don't really know.
So you could put pillar blocks on there. You don't even have to do variation, but what you could do is you could put pillar blocks like supports. I don't have any, so I'm using a different block, right? But
right.
Yeah, so like here, and so on. They can even be taller, of course.
Right.
Man. I can't build. Yeah, and then you have to have one here on the diagonal because of the circle. So that's one thing we can do. Yeah. And that'll give it a little bit more depth. And then you get to use the shiny pillar blocks as well, because they're really cool.
Yeah, I like them.
Do you have any stairs, by the way, on your person?
Not on me, but all of my stuff is pretty much over here.
Uh-huh.
In one of these boxes. I don't know if I have stairs left, but
you do. Yeah, no worries. I'm just gonna grab a couple of blocks here.
Yeah,
so, of course, another thing you can do is you can mess it up, not with texture, but with holes in it. So, like, okay, there's some stuff has fallen out.
Alright. I like it.
That might be a thing. And then, also, this pillar block is really cool, because it's not only a pillar block, it's also a different...
Yeah, with the directions.
Yeah. Man, that looks really good. That is something you should use, I think. I think we should use that, because that really stands out. That's really unique for this purple block as well. Purple block.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I had done in my creative testing thing.
Yeah, I know, yeah. The only problem is it's hard work, because the walls are tall, and you have to make scaffolding, and all that sort of stuff. So it's easy to not do it. But look at that. You can see that block from far, far away. I mean, I can easily spot it from over here. Suddenly there's an interest in the wall. Not that maybe it belongs right in that position, but you see what I mean, though?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Then I think you mentioned as well you wanted... So I think that's... If we do those things... 3 things, basically. Supports... maybe mess it up a bit. I don't know how you feel about that. We don't have to do that, but that's
maybe a little bit. Not too much of the stairs, but yeah, I do like it.
And then try and maybe make some sort of thing with the pillar block on the sides as well, on its side, right? Then I think we got the outside covered. But then I think you said something about wanting to do something on the inside as well. Maybe just divide it up or something.
I'm really not sure what to do in here. It's just a big space. I had originally thought, that I could add, as I said, maybe another layer to either side of the wall to play with some depth. But then I went ahead and built these towers in, and I don't know if that would look very good with these things coming out the side. It might be okay. I don't know.
So you mentioned my shell keep video before, and one of the things that I often do, because I often build things without a purpose, right?
Yeah.
So it's not a farm or anything like that. It's just there because it's fun, right?
Yeah.
Is you have to think about the purpose of the building. Like you have to come up with a fictitious purpose. So for the shell keep, it's for my shell keep anyway. It was that it was supposed to be like a very defendable place. So I built all these defensive mechanisms into the entrance, and where you lived was raised up. So they lived like up here, so that when you came in, everybody was above you. So if you come in here in the center, then everybody is above you, so they can shoot arrows at you, basically, and things like that. So that's how I do it. I sort of visualize myself. Living there or whatever, and what would I like to have out of it if I had been a person that actually lived there? Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
And so you could see this as the same sort of thing. You could make it a defensible structure, and if you do that, you need to have some sort of divider here. And then you need to have walls here. Because what happens then is that the attackers come in and they get split up between this section and this section. And the only way to go is to go into the courtyard, right? Because that's where you have all your arrow guys around here shooting down at them. Right, and then from the courtyard, you can go up and into the actual living quarters and so on.
Yeah, I don't know necessarily that I want it to be like a super defensible structure. I mean, the only person on the server I'm really worried about is Nina. So, if she's just going to be by herself.
Yeah, she's not going to be able to divide herself into two just because you have a divider in the middle here. Now, that's true, that. Although she seems to be really tight with black smoke lately, so maybe.
Oh, yeah. Especially since you're helping me out, they might try to come sabotage us.
Yeah, but he's a ninja, so he's going to climb over the walls anyway, so...
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe you want to make it into like a palace type thing, where you have like these grandiose rooms with paint ends and stuff like that. The important what I'm trying to get to anyway is that somehow you're gonna have to divide this massive space into subspaces, right? You're gonna have to make rooms out of it. It can't just be like a whole big open thing. So one way to do it is to like come up with a division that you like, so that the rooms feel good, and then sort of have one theme for every room. That could be a cool thing.
Yeah. Then I would need to come up with so many different themes.
Yeah. But you know what you can do? You can invite people over to build a room for you, or to decorate a room.
Yeah. That could be something.
Another thing to think about is that this whole thing is way too flat. I think it's too big to not have any elevation changes. So I mean, you can say just okay, so let's assume that we have a wall here. Yeah. So let's say that you say, well, okay, this is going to be up one step. Just doing that creates interest, and then you have, and then you can say, well, this is going to go down one level, or well, whatever, or it's going to go up 2 levels, or over here where we have another division right in the center of the place. If I can find the center, we have a diagonal wall here. This place is gonna be up yet another level or something like that. So it goes 2 up here, and then the only problem with that is you're gonna have to rebuild maybe your tower entrances and move them up a little bit, or you can have it go down again here, of course. So yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like these. I built these on stream, and some people were helping me out, so I kind of want to leave them.
Oh yeah, I do like them too. I think they are, and also I happen to think that the combination of the purple and the brick really works. I think the prettiest thing in this whole build is the towers, the outside of the towers, where you have the line of normal brick going up, because that contrast is really, really good.
Yeah, Ike helped me figure that out.
There you go. Yeah, he likes his stone bricks.
Me too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay, but we have some ideas here, right? So we have something to start working on, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, AC, we have some progress here. We've been quite busy, actually.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's looking way better than it did, I think.
You like it. So what have we done here? We've added these supports, which is basically the pillars, and then with some funny lights up top, or these chiseled thingamajiggies, whatever they're called.
Bricks, yeah.
Oh, that's it, yeah. Thank you. So that's what we've done there, and then we've added these little window seals with windows in the towers, in the tower and above all the entrances, to get a bit of natural light in the place. And then up top here we added the crenellation, which basically mirrors the pillars and with some walls. So the adding of the grey here is what I think really makes this now pop, because that makes the purple even more purple. You really notice it because there's another color as well. Well, there's another block. Yeah. Well, grey isn't a color thing. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we've done on the outside, right? And then on the oh yeah, we fixed the arches here as well with some blocks, some pillar blocks on the side.
All right, added a bit of variation and whatnot.
Yep, that's it. And then on the inside, we've done this. So it's not finished, right? But we've done sort of from the entrance. We've done 2 rooms, one to the left and one to the right of the entrance.
Yeah.
And
this one is less finished than the other one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, let's go to the other one. Let me show that off instead. So first of all, we realized that we had more space in here to make the walls thicker, so you can have more depth in the wall. So we did that with these sort of pillar type things, and they have some nice lights in them as well. And then this room has like a standard wall there and a diagonal wall here, basically. And yeah, and then the walls looked a bit boring, so we added some alcoves in them. You say that you think of them as shelves. I think of them as those little niches that you can bury people in, like a small sarcophagus.
Yeah. I don't know how we could I wish we could fit something in there.
I
Like,
know, yeah. I wish you could have like a skeleton in there or something like that. That would be cool.
yeah, because it's on 2 different blocks. I don't even think we could put a skeleton skull in there. That would be
No,
something.
you can't. That's a shame. Yeah, and we added some windows here as well. Tiny little things, just with stairs. And I did some attempts at decoration as well, just to give you some ideas really about things. So we added a little chandelier, table over here, and a table. And then this is where AC is going to keep his all his armor on armor stands. We've decided, or I've decided.
Yeah, well, it's a good idea, so we'll go with it.
There you go. So this room actually is finished in the sense that it's lit up as well with things that aren't torches, which is quite nice. So this,
Yeah,
I like the end rods because they look like candles. If you got some imagination, so that's what I would try and use. And then you can add ceiling lights as well, because the ceiling height here is really nice.
yeah, I really like this chandelier. By the way, I don't know if I told you that when you built it, but how it's like on 2 different levels.
Yeah, it's super simple. Chandeliers you can do tons with really. But this is just iron bars and the end rods. But you can have multiple variations of them. They don't all have to look the same. I think I've said that to you like a million times today. Not every room has to look the same and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be exactly symmetrical.
Right. At least 500,000. Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, and we have of course the height variation as well, which I think really is really nice.
That really makes it for me.
Yeah, and then these stairs that goes down again, they are really pointy and aggressive stairs. I like them too. It's like you walk on here and you think you're gonna hit your foot in something.
Yeah, it'd be a painful toe jab.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, so I think the idea is for you to continue on here later on a stream or something like that, and basically replicating.
Yeah, what you said, replicating. I'll probably do it on a stream after this video comes out sometime.
Yeah, that's cool. And then you have some ideas for the inner yard here, and then we have these 2 really big rooms left, don't we? But we might return to that later maybe, or you might have some ideas yourself about what you want to do here. Because they will be excellent as storage rooms and stuff like that, where you need more space maybe.
Yeah, I am kind of hoping to have it a more traditional storage room, maybe like underneath somewhere. I do remember we do have to find a place for there's going to be an entrance to an underground dungeon, maybe on like the opposite corner could be like an underground storage room, probably.
Yeah, that's good. Why do you need a dungeon?
Well, it's a castle, you know. Plus we got bullies on the server, like
we do.
Like Nina.
Yeah, she's a bully. Oh, sorry. No. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's awesome. I'm happy. I hope you're happy too, man.
Yes, thanks a lot. This is a big help. It's pointed me in the right direction, and I can definitely do some more stuff here. Hopefully, get this at least semi-finished coming up here pretty soon.
Oh, that's cool. So yeah, we have completed our first job as a shop, as our building shop owner. Fixing AZ's castle. Pimp my castle. AC said, and we did it, and I think it looks great. I noticed that even now, when you fly at it from above, it looks better with the granulation. This gives it that much more definition, and I think the grey looks really good with it. So I'm really happy, and I think AC was happy about it as well. And I like the inside. There's an Enderman. I really like the inside actually, especially since we added these stairs. That just lifts the whole thing. Anyway, I'm not going to go through the whole thing again, but yeah, and this is going to be the end of the episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!